Remember us. As simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. We did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. Wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passerby. Here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died. And my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise. For from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300, so far from home, laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes forged face obliteration!
Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network, and welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour with Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Oh yeah, what's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi, back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now rocking out, but you hear me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love, peeps. As soon as I go live, all these damn sirens start. That is crazy. I ain't heard sirens all day long. Much love, peeps. Hope y'all locked in. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this phone off. We're about to get to it. Crazy. Yeah. I don't want all these distractions. You know what I mean? I don't want all these distractions. All right. Okay. We about to get to it. I want to thank all y'all for being in here early, rocking out with the boy. We about to get to this stream. We got a lot of things to discuss. What is going on? Where is my background? Where is my background? Ask him, y'all better check my background. Anyway, what's going on, man? We got DC Talk in the building. What's going on? We got Mysterious Stranger in there saying, so what is this Snyder stock? Anything tangible and easy to look up? Well, that's kind of the point of the show. Kind of got to watch the show. That's the whole point. And we're going to look it up together. All right? We're going to look it up together. I'm going to hold y'all hand. Bruh, look, here's what y'all not going to do. All right? And this is no slight to Mysterious Stranger. But after all the research we've been doing on this platform, y'all not going to be trying to tell me to bring receipts now. Y'all bet not be trying to say that to me. Right? I know y'all ain't coming in here and telling me to bring out the receipts. Crazy. Man, what's going on, Bat Dan? Mama Bear, thank you for being here, Mama Bear. We got A Ace in the building. What's going on? We got Sin Havoc 5150. Right. We got Rebel Moon Theory in the building. What's going on, bro? Saying shout out to Evil Mega Corp. Yeah, we about to talk about that Rebel Moon Bloodline in 1 minute. All right. Let them know that LBPD, Mama Bear. We got Josh Herrera saying Henry Cavill Superman reunited with Father Russell Crowe, Jor-El for Highlander. Bruh, we're gonna talk about that too. That's gonna be a whole stream, dog. We're gonna be talking about Cavill's projects, that Highlander, War, bro, all that stuff, man. Because people, they got to put some respect on Cavill's name, dog. Real talk. What's going on, Nessa? Much love. Thank you for being here. Much love and appreciation. We got CY98 in the house. What's going on, CY? We got Apex Leon. What's going on, Apex Leon? Much love, bro. Oh, no. I know. And when I say these things, I'm talking to everybody. That's what I mean. Like, right? Yeah. Because I know how they get, bro. They be wanting to ask for receipts on shit where, you know. What's going on? He said, all right, I'd be nice. He said, receipts is what we provide. Yeah. He said they ain't got no idea about receipts. Much love. Much love, Frank C. All right, let's go ahead and let's get through this little opening stuff so we can get started with the show, because I know y'all waiting. Y'all want to see what the tangible stuff is, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna lay it out for all the haters in 4K. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all smash that like button as well as share and subscribe. That helps me a tremendous amount. My bad for missing yesterday too, man. It almost felt blasphemous to not be live last night. I was like, bro, what's going on? But I had some stuff that I had to take care of, so it was all good. We went and did that, and I had a great evening. So yeah, man. We back this evening, right? In case you didn't know, we are the CEOs, the pushers, the originators, the whatever you want to call us, the Sales ESJL and Sales Snyderverse to Netflix, also affectionately known as ZSSM, trying to get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over on a Netflix platform, and have been using these hashtags as the vehicle to do so. We only ask 3 rules of engagement, which are be positive, don't mix the hashtags, and don't tag anybody over at WBD. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be subscribed to and following, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon, the new geeks. If you would like to sponsor a stream, when you guys give super chats and super thanks, by the way, whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of the screen, like the homie Floyd Lawton does tonight. You dig? We are here. And we are live. He said, okay, yeah, we in here. We about to get to it. What up, Deuce Falco? We got, who else is in here? I thought I saw somebody else. Dennis Medina. Nah, all good, bro. You have a good one. All right. We got Alan Belk. Yeah, hey, man, go ahead and finish that off, right? We had homie Alan Belk saying, watch BVS last night. Man is still the night before, so of course I'm gonna watch ZSJL after the stream. Much love, bro. Yeah, I'm looking to be in here for about an hour. Hopefully, we can get through all these topics. What's going on, Bell Rev? Right? Yeah, we got Spider-Man in here. Yeah, what's going on, bro? All right. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this stuff cracking, man. Let's get this stuff cracking, man. Let's see. All right. Yeah, y'all know that this is one of my favorite shows on this platform, maybe the favorite show, because this is so fun, man. I get to just gather up a bunch of Zach news, you know what I mean? Get to compile it, and we come on here and we have these conversations, and it's dope. It's fun because I get to be amongst all the other Zack Snyder fans, right? And this is the premier Zack Snyder show on the internet. You dig? Make sure that they get that right. You know what I mean? Anybody moving the damn Richter scale like us, they ain't doing the same things, right? What's going on? We got what's this Nard Misfit? What's going on? Much love and appreciation. Thank you for being here. Right. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Right now, first and foremost, you dig? I know that people was looking at the titles like, yo, what's this about Snyder's stock rising? Right? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Right? We got some things that we about to discuss right now, and we're gonna break them down a little bit by a little bit, and we're gonna have this conversation. First of all, Rebel Moon, dog. Like, we got Rebel Moon Bloodline coming out July 15th, right? We got a Nemesis comic book, a prequel comic, right? Because if y'all seen Rebel Moon, y'all know why it's a prequel, right? Got the Nemesis prequel comic out July 16th, right? We got the VR thing still a huge deal, which might even be looped into something that I'm going to discuss a little later, right? For this to supposedly be a dead franchise, it sure does have a lot of shit going on right now. Rebel Moon Theory says that Bloodline or that he believes that Bloodline is going to be one of the biggest mobile games ever. Bro, I think it's going to be huge, bro. And that the comic is going to be great. Yep. And they already got the prequels out. I mean, the pre-orders out, right? Said Rebel Moon is not dead. It's on hiatus / vacation. Bruh, this man got so much stuff coming on right now. And it's funny because Rebel Moon was a totally original idea, right? Meaning that something that this man's creativity spawned has turned into this massive thing, and it's like transmedia situation, right? Where you got comic books, video games, the movies, the VR stuff going on. And it's just, I don't understand why we keep trying to, say that this franchise is dead, bro. It makes no sense. Right? You say, this is what's crazy too, right? Is that with everything that's happened with just how long Rebel Moon parts 1 and 2 took to even come to fruition in the first place, right? And that's a totally original thing to prep to even go back to that universe, right? In any type of way that he's probably going to end up going back, meaning, right, that he could possibly end up doing a situation for or with like him shooting 2 movies back to back, which he did the last. Why wouldn't I assume that that would be the case again, right? Like, isn't this usually how this stuff works in Hollywood? Like, it's so crazy how every time we're talking about Zack Snyder, the rules change, right? Like I said before, stuff always had to either be a critical success or make a bunch of money. It never had to be both until it came to Zack Snyder. It had to be like a critical success and make a bunch of money, right? Which didn't make any sense. But now we're hearing that Superman doesn't even have to make money, right? Doesn't even have to be a home run, right? Think about that. Zack Snyder's movies were under the pressure of having to make a bunch of money and be well received critically. And this shit is just, hey, as long as you make a couple dollars, you all right. Like, what? Right? So it just man. He said, look at what's coming out soon is the Old Guard too. Old Guard 1 came out 5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Right? So it's like 5 years between movies. But yet Mama Bear said they'll say Rebel Moon is dead, but the Batman 2 is coming. Make that make sense. Right? Nar said they, for some reason, want his DC clout to spill over to an original idea. But not even that, right? Like, because numbers wise, for what Netflix was looking for, that movie was a massive success. That was a massive success, right? So it's like they want the streamers to be talking good about them, which is crazy because you're seeing now they just paying them, right? Giving you motherfuckers access, and they twerking anyway. So it's like, why didn't y'all just do that, right? Why didn't y'all just put the little twerk dust out there before? If y'all was gonna do the same thing now, and the movie don't even got to make money. Look, this shit costs more. Don't got to make money, right? But yet, Rebel Moon, because the content creators stopped talking about it, which they were never really talking about the shit to begin with, right? None of them wanted to cover it. They weren't doing trailer breakdowns, weren't doing none of this stuff. Still a massive success. One of their biggest, like, just come on, man. Come on, bro. And, look, it's still getting projects, getting video games, getting comic book. All this stuff would have been canceled, man. Right? It would have been canceled. Yeah. He said, I never even seen the Old Guard 1. See, people keep bringing up Old Guard. I'm going to tap in. Yeah. I'll tap in too. I'm just saying, like, for that to be getting a sequel 5 years later, and aren't they immortal in that movie anyway? Like, that's even worse. Y'all talking about the Snyderverse shit. Bruh, look, ain't this crazy how they acting like everything with Zack Snyder is canceled and or is just like impossible to make? And they saying, yo, Cavill's too old, right? But yet Charlize Theron can come back and play immortal the same age 5 years later, and it's fine. Nobody's complaining. They're just happy that the second one's going to be out, right? Crazy. But Cavill too old to play Superman, right? Or we can't get any Rebel Moon sequels because come on, man. This Mama Bear says sounds like a potential watch party. Maybe. Dude says, well, again, the ladies seem to love Rebel Moon. Yeah, and it's funny that You did say that because we were at that double feature for the director's cuts, and they tried to make it seem like wasn't no women there, and we had to show the video and how there was like mad women there, and it's like that's what we talking about. Those are the type of things that we're having to deal with when you're a Zack Snyder fan. You got to deal with like writers making shit up, just making shit up, saying, "Hey, I was at this thing, and because the line for the bathroom with the women was like really short, you know, because of that, wasn't no women there." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" Like, bro, are you serious? Apex, Leon, and I were both live. We were both live. So there was mad footage, right? You got the little thing that I was always playing that I was in, right? Where they was asking me about some shit, and I'm over there giving my take, and it's women everywhere, women all through the video, and you got some idiot at some damn whatever. Yeah, wasn't no women at the. I'm like, bro, that's what we're fighting up against. It makes no sense. Not doing it. Said Cavill's too old for Bond as well, right? Nara said they was at the one in New York. Very mixed crowd. Yo, I went to the Rebel Moon release party in New York. There's mad women there. Nessa was there. Like, what are we talking about, bro? She said all the women flocked to you guys. I mean, I was trying not to say that, but yeah. Nessa said, where the fuck did that narrative come from? Yeah, some guy who was at the double feature for the director's cuts, right? And it was like, oh yeah, it wasn't no women at this thing, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what? We were both live, right? Yeah, right. Crazy, but you know, these are the things that we deal with. Yep. Shout out to Nar, right? Sitting here on some damn man, Rebel Moon, you know, wasn't no women. Don't nobody like it, bro. It was at the thing in New York. It was mad women there, bro. I'm like, bro, if you went to one of those things and couldn't find and couldn't find any women, that was on you, bro. Oh, and I've been to American Cinematique events all the time, and this is the one that had the least amount of women there. I'm like, bro, this is the one that had the most people there, period, bro. Right? Rebel Moon didn't have no women there. Crazy, bro. But let's keep chugging along, right? Because these are things that are tangible, right? Right? These are things that are tangible. We've gone over this, right? How all of a sudden there's just been a skyrocket of Zack Snyder's name being mentioned during this Superman promo, right? All of a sudden it's, hey, I asked Zack about the trunks, and hey guys, actually, you know, the Zack Snyder family, oh well, oh, he actually ripped Cavill's suit, and oh, the Zack Snyder fan base, hey, buddies, go tell the Snyderverse fans to calm down. Oh, no. Everybody just, hey guys, the Snyderverse this, Snyderverse that. Hey, Snyderverse you don't, Snyderverse you lose, Snyderverse you win. It's just like, what the hell is going on, bro? This is crazy. Right? Said, did anyone do a women head count for when Gunn showed Creature Commandos at the Oh my god, bro. Nah, not at all. Not at all. He said there were plenty of women at those events. Bro, it was on camera. That's what was so crazy. We were filming. Like literally filming everything there. Right? And they're just coming out, hey guys, don't believe y'all lying eyes. Right? Who y'all gonna believe? Me or your lying eyes? He said, why do they talk about Zack Snyder so much if his fan base is so small? I agree, bro. I agree wholeheartedly. Mama Bear said, good rule of thumb, if you want to find women at the Snyder event, find Leon. Hey, Leon gonna find them, bro. He gonna find them. All right. He said, moving that goalpost again. Yeah, man. Just all this Snyder talk, bro. Why are we bringing up Zack Snyder's name so much? Oops. Right before Superman comes out. Don't it almost feel like he's like part of the promo? Right? Like, we be over here talking about why this movie looked dumb, and then they come out, hey guys, actually the Zack Snyder. Right? How many articles ran with that damn whole Snyderverse Reddit thing? Right? Crazy. That whole fucking Snyderverse Reddit thing, y'all, don't make no damn sense. Wait, so let me get this straight. Oh my god. Wait, so let me get this straight. Right? So James Gunn responds to a fake Reddit post, or right, that gets proven to be fake afterwards, right? And they're pushing some big mass boycott shit, to which all of the fucking legacy media, all of the big sites immediately jumped on that and was like, hey, this is why the Snyderverse fans look so bad, blah, 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 blah. And then certain people's reaction to this was to promote a trending event talking about a boycott. Oh, shit. Whoo! He said they need to be talking about the toy collector. Recipes by 1J. Thank you, bro. Hey, too, man. Yo, somebody sent me some shit. I ain't even know. You had Robert Meyer Burnett over there, like, recommending that shit a couple years ago. Like, hey, y'all should go read this. Read The Toy Collector. Crazy. He said Sky in that Rolling Stone article Gunn was talking about it. Hey, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was, bro. Right? But I ain't even got to go that much into this one because I've been highlighting that like for the past week or so. So I ain't going to spend too much time on that one, right? But we definitely know what's up when it comes to that, right? But like the homie Sin Heaven said, ain't Brawler filming right now? Right? Like, he said, I would rather show support for Snyder's work than a boycott. Hey, and I'm gonna just say this. Anybody look, just chill. All right. Just relax. Right? Just relax. You know what I mean? It's cool. Right? Just yeah, the pink Vanny Robert. Hey, he's a cunning linguist, bro. the Viceroy of Verisimilitude. Right? Like, so wow, man. He was like, hey man, go check out the Toy Collector. Crazy. Right? But he said, yes, it is. Bro, this movie is filming, bro. Right? What are they gonna say, bro? What are they gonna say when this trailer breaks the internet? These are questions that y'all gonna have to deal with, bro. This is real talk. This is real talk. Robert said, hey, Sky, word has it that Superman is slated to have a 90 to 125 opening come July 11th. What's your analysis? I will say this. It's a long way from that one. What was it? It was like 150 to 175 at first. Then it just kept dropping. And now it's under 100 mil. Hey, we gonna see. Right? Said comic book movie social media trying to paint Snyderverse fan base as being white supremacist to further justify attacking Snyder fandom. That's why comic book movie is social trying to say lack of diversity and women. Oh yeah, no, I 100% remember that when they was trying to act like it was all white men there, and I was like, what? They were like, bro, that was so not the case, and it was literally like all this shit was on film. We filmed it. We were there. We were literally there. Filming the entire time with cameras. Live. Matter of fact, I'm glad that we're kind of talking about that. That was another moment that showed me how deep this shit goes. Honestly, that was another moment that really showed me how deep that this shit goes. And it really showed me that there's something else going on, right? That there's something else going on entirely. Because why do that? Why come out and say, hey, this screening had a bunch of white men there and no women, and that was 100% not the case? Why would you do that? Right? Unless you have some kind of grudge, agenda, ulterior motives, like something like that. Unless it's something of that nature, why would you do that? Why would you lie about who was there, right? So these are the questions. And yeah, that was absolutely a kind of like a watershed moment for me. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, they really lying like that? Right? Like, where I'm literally at the event. He said it was a very global audience, race, culture, etc. Thank you. Right? And everybody was having a great time. Bro, people in turbans there, bro. People, it was Chinese people, it was Mexicans, it was blacks, it was Africans. They're like, I don't understand what that shit was. Right? Like, why even do that unless you got some kind of motive? Right? Because that makes no sense. That makes no sense otherwise. Right? Said Superman L a failure already. Yeah, man. Like, hey, look, it's cool, man. That shit gonna fail on its own merits. Right? He said for the narrative. Said the manufactured pushback against Zack Snyder and the fan base is real. Oh no, I agree. I agree, and I've seen it. I've heard it out there among the stars. All right, ding dong. The Snyderverse is dead. Oh my god, bro. Crazy. Good also says random brawler question. You think Zach gets Trump to play Trump? If not, who you casting? You know he can't make a UFC movie that's current day without having dude be in there and in some aspect. I think he'll probably find a way. I think if he gets him in there, it'll probably be because they'll do some filming at like a real fight. They might fuck around and do that. Zach might have access to actually shoot like some footage from like a real fight. Absolutely. Right. He said, shout out to Brett Colbert and Invictus Prime and Danger. Right. Yeah. Everybody that was there for that whole little thing, that whole little shindig. Right. Do I still got that picture up here? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Do this look like a diverse crowd to y'all? Right. Wait a minute. Does this look like a whole bunch of white men? Right? Crazy. You know? Lit. Right? Crazy. This whole thing was off the chain, yo. And they sitting there. He said frame it in the Egyptian. Bro, that's the hardest picture that's ever been taken at the Egyptian theater, bro. That's the hardest picture that he said Snyder nailed Watchmen, Dawn of the Dead, and 300. He wasn't the DC guy. Well, what's what? Never mind. He said that's a Netflix theater, bro. What mix settings? Man, what's going on, dog? What's going on, bro? Oh, that's what's going on. See that? Much better, right? Much better. There you go. Much better. I'm sure. Right? There you go. I don't know why this shit keeps changing. I don't know what's going on because I didn't change anything. And all of a sudden I come back and it switched. He said the producer always hears it. Right? Yeah. I'm gonna get my Theo on for anybody that used to listen to 92.3 The Beat. No, this is anyway. Oh, the gaming. Yeah, gaming, bro. Gaming. Right. He said the Brawlers origin started in LA. Bro, hey, look, man, let me not find don't let me find out. Don't let me find out, bro. Don't let me get a cameo. Nah, we'll see. He said very interesting. Right? Bruh. And he got that LAPD movie, right? Crazy. He says Zack Snyder's a globally respected film director who appeals to all ethnicities, genders, and orientations with zero pandering vibes. Exactly, right? Look at the cast of Rebel Moon. Right? They said, do we know who is distributing Brawler? My guess is Disney since UFC is on ESPN. I haven't heard them. From what I understand, like Ring Magazine and them is putting this shit out themselves, like and that is see that they won't let us be great. But not from my understanding, yeah, they're putting that thing out themselves, and which I think is even a better idea. See, because that also seems to be why people seem to be mad, right? Because if y'all remember, they came in here a couple times ago and was like, oh my god, the only reason that he even got all that money for that movie was because he had to go outside of the system and go with the Saudis, and they was the reasons he gave he got $300 million, right? Which according to them is more than the Superman movie. I don't think it is, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't think it is, but that's what the streets say. That's what they're trying to make it seem like. They're like, oh yeah, it was only 225, right? It was only 225. All right, cool. Then Zach, he said LAPD is in pre-production. Yep. He said Batman v Superman wasn't Watchmen. It wasn't Dark Knight Returns either. Well, it wasn't supposed to be either of those. So I don't know what the I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm slow. Like, it wasn't supposed to be Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns has Joker in it, and it's a completely different story. You know what I mean? Has the mutants in it, and like Arkham Asylum and Bruce Wayne being old and racing cars. It's a totally different story. They said they'll be trying to mess to this. Hey, y'all already know. Yeah. But yeah, bro. That's what I understood. That's what I understood. All that whole like, yo, we going the whole old Hollywood route and all my, he said, look, Hollywood isn't the way to make movies or the only way. There's other avenues and other production companies to facilitate the film industry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because it seemed like that's why they was mad, right? Because they coming in here like, oh man, they just that's the only reason why he got all that money. None of the studios wanted to work with him. Right? It's like none of the studios wanted to work with him. It's like, okay, cool. Why am I gonna go get this 300 M's though? And make this movie attached to one of the biggest, like fucking sporting leagues on the planet with international appeal. Right? He said BVS tried to rip off the tone of Watchmen and ripped off the arc of Dark Knight Returns. Snyder, style over substance. Okay. At least I understand what you were saying. Don't agree. I don't know how he rips off the tone of his own movie. Right? Like, can the Wachowskis rip off the Matrix? Right? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, can You know, like, can Ridley Scott rip off Blade Runner? Yeah. Oh man. He said maybe those studios are afraid to work on something bigger than themselves. Hey, look, bro. Crazy. He said no studio wanted Star Wars. Look how that worked out. And that's true. All right. He said the Spawn movie was cheeks. Oh my god. He means actual Watchmen. Oh my, look, man, yeah. Said Howard the Duck was a masterpiece. He said, wait. Let's not forget the 300 million sought out Snyder. Convinced him even. He didn't have to cheat, steal low, and bribe his way into a money laundering scheme that hides the budget, bruh. He said he want to do big movie. Hold on, where's my here we go.
After this live event went so successfully here tonight.
I want to have a meeting with him and the director Zack Snyder. He's a friend. We want to talk about doing big movie about the UFC, like a Cinderella Man, something like this. I will try to convince Zack Snyder. He liked the idea, and convince also Dana.
Right? Yeah. That is hilarious. He said in Sky, Brawler is about climbing through the ranks of a UFC weight division. Hey, bro, look. We gonna see what's up, dog. Look, this film, bro. I think that when you pair Zach with like these visceral fight scenes, bro, and the way that he can use that slow motion, dog, and just like the drama of a back and forth of like a MMA fight, you know what I mean? Like it's gripping stuff, man. Gripping stuff. We got a Netflix, a fake Netflix account trying to tell me about Brawler right now. He said Brawler will be a 2-hour tracking shot of no, bro. No, it's a 2-hour tracking shot of every UFC fighter, bro, crying in the rain, bro. Yes, of every UFC fighter, bro. That's how you do that. Right? That's how you do that, bro. Right? He said, I just don't think Superman turning evil in later Justice League sequels was a good idea. Cool. Fake Netflix. Right? He said, fake Netflix. This is the real thing, baby. Sure. Hilarious, bro. But let's move on because we got more stuff to talk about. Army of the Dead, bro. Right? So look, I have heard multiple times, bro, about how Netflix is tired of working with Zack Snyder. They don't really want rock with him like that. His thing, like the things that he has produced for them have all like, flopped. They're all underperforming, right? All these things, all these things, bro, they have continued to try to put out there day after day, week after week, month after month, right? But, sometimes there's a pesky little thing called reality. And sometimes reality does not really match up with these people's I don't even know what to call it, like worldview or whatever they think is going on, right? Where, we just live in this world where nobody, what I'm saying? Like they act as if nobody rocks with this stuff worldwide. And it's just, it's crazy, right? But, this dropped a couple days ago and we definitely had to get to this. So in case you guys didn't know, not only has Netflix been buying like new studio space in New Jersey, right? he said, hey, Netflix, you got exactly 10 seconds to say what account you used to be or you're gone starting now. He said, and then Mom Bear said, I'm sure the Netflix account would say, I'm the real thing, baby. Yo, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. He said that was better half. I have screenshots to prove it. What an idiot. Hey, that was better half, bro. That was better half. No, Leon, say it ain't so, dog. Say it ain't so. Leon. Say it ain't so, bro. Don't tell me better half that's been coming in my chat for like the past 2 weeks just tried to change his account and act like he was a fucking Netflix related thing, talking about I'm the real thing, baby. He said, yep, 100%. Oh my God. Word, 100%, bro. Oh my God. Woo! Mr. Oh man, I just be in here, providing pushback, right? I don't be in here trying to start nothing. I'm just a James Gunn fan. He says same at and everything. Look at my recent message. Hey, you mean Jada Flyer? Oh my God, bro. Hey, it's the sometimes, man, it is really fun doing this. I'm not gonna even front. Sometimes there's like moments like that really make it all worth it. Cause he been coming in here for like 2 weeks. And I've been being cool. I've been leaving him in here, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm Netflix limited. I'm the real thing, baby. Mother sound like the coal train, baby. Woo! I'm the coal train, baby. Yep. Yeah. I love the receipts, bro. Yes. Yes, bro. Yes, Leon. Yes. I love it. Yes. Oh, that is 100% him. Oh yeah, man. Look, don't make me put you on that Summer Jam screen. Anyway, what an idiot. Oh, idiot. Ain't that from Napoleon Dynamite? Right? Oh my God, bro. Yo, when they gonna learn, bro? Look, wait a minute, bro. Leon, when we just talking about that with that other situation where it was like, yo, man, they need to just leave us alone, bro. And then we won't have screenshots of you literally being the same person this entire time. Oh my God, bro. Said they just just took the idea and put a little extra to it, right? Yeah, bro. Yep. Yeah, this guy is tripping. He said Zack Snyder made it to where we'll never get a real adaptation. So I guess Zack Snyder has killed adaptations. What is going on with you people, bro? Like, yo, I'm so serious. Zack Snyder made it to where we can never get an adaptation of The Dark Knight Rises. He said, "Better have. I'm gonna fool people to think I'm a different account and work for Netflix." Leon,
no, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop,
bro. He says so. Snyder killed any and every adaptation, bro. There's so much shit that The Dark Knight Rises can still do. What are we talking about? Just do an adaptation. Call it The Dark Knight Rises or Returns. Excuse me. Yes. And then cast the old ass Batman. First of all, Batman wasn't nowhere, bro. He was nowhere near that young. The Superman was way different. It didn't take place in the 80s. What are we talking about? Bro, what the hell is going on, man? He said, yeah, that's wild. That's bot level shit, bro. He's sitting there. Oh, my God. Dark Knight Returns, bro. It's so much meat left on that bone still, bro. He said, that was not me. I've been lurking. Really? Oh, my God, bro. Don't make me do this, bro. Don't make me do this, bro. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna just keep going with the show for right now, man. I don't even want to do that because let's just get to this article, bro. Because this is crazy, y'all. Smoking rocks, bro. Look, look. So, like I was saying, not only I'm literally sitting here looking at the fucking screenshots of like all the comments, and they have the same name on them, and it was definitely the same one, right? Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy. But anyway, and then all of a sudden, all the trolls is in here now. Yep. Surprising to nobody, right? So not only is Netflix opening up like that new studio space where they pretty much like bought an old army base that was decommissioned, right? And they're turning that into a studio space, but they're also opening up these venues, right? Where they're taking like these mall level venues and turning them into just Netflix entertainment venues, yo. And this shit's about to be off the chain. They got two of them opening up in late 2025, right? In Dallas and Philadelphia, and then there'll be a third one in Vegas coming, right? So look, they got stuff there from Wednesday, Squid Game, One Piece, Stranger Things, right? Like all the big guns, right? And then right here, in addition to these initial offerings, Netflix is planning future experiences and rotating installations surrounding shows and movies, including Bridgerton, Love is Blind, The Floor is Lava, Big Mouth, Outer Banks, Money Heist, a Knives Out franchise, and Army of the Dead, bro. Army of the Dead, bro. Right there in black and white. Right? He said, "Pop, bro, these are 2 permanent locations." Right? And yep, while these mark the first permanent brick and mortar experience venues owned and operated by Netflix, the streamer says it has already launched more than 40 unique experiences to date and reached 10 million fans across 450 openings in 300 cities around the world. Bro, why y'all acting like they don't know how to put no events on, bro? Right? Crazy. But they will tell you, right, that this man is not is not successful right now. Right? But Army of the Dead, right then and there. Yeah. You banned for controversial opinions. Ants, suck off Daddy Snyder more, dorks. You're so mean. You're a grouch. Wait, sound like this that skit from Dave Chappelle. You're a grouch. Oh my god, bro. This shit is hilarious. He's still in here talking about we get banned. No, people get banned for lying about who they are and coming in here trying to start shit when they've been in here for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, bro, trying to Netflix limited. I'm the real thing, baby. Zed's dead, baby. He said there's also pop-up events that started happening exclusively presented by Netflix. That's happening worldwide. No, you're absolutely right about that too. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely right. And I'm checking these out, man. Whichever one got the Army of the Dead shit going on, I'm pulling up. Right? Including the Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton experience, Bridgerton Candlelight experience, Stranger Things, the experience, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, Squid Game, the experience. Like, look, these are all their like biggest franchises, right? So picture this big mall-sized venue, and yeah, it's just in there, and it's Netflix stuff. Right? They're gonna have all this Wednesday stuff, One Piece, VR games, mini golf, Tudum Theater, where they're gonna be showing shows and movies. So they're literally gonna have a theater in the Philadelphia location. Right? The Dallas one, Stranger Things, Squid Game. Right? Yeah. He said, "Oh, theaters, who been calling that? Hey, bro, hey, they about to get another one, man." Right? He said, but people say Army of the Dead franchise is dead. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy work, you know. But yeah, we about to start wrapping up. Y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. you know, I'm about to hop on this gaming channel in a little bit and play some rematch, right? Said Netflix out here building mini theme parks and theaters, and people still asking goofy ass questions. Right? Yeah, bro. We had to make sure that they got something tangible, though. Right? Everything we talked about is tangible, dog. But yeah, man, look, y'all let me know. Am I reaching? Right? Am I reaching with all this stuff? You know? Right? He said, how much you want to bet that they'll premiere Rebel Moon 3 in their biggest theaters? Yep, just like they did the other ones. But they'll just have more theaters by then, probably, bro. That's what I'm saying. And stay tuned for other pop-up events too. Possibly even bigger. Right? It's already confirmed that they're doing an IMAX shit. Right? Wait, did y'all forget that? Right? Did you guys forget that? Cause yeah, here we go. Right? Bruh, nah. See, we don't just go off hope over here. You dig? We don't just put off, you know, like we don't just come out here and just start making shit up. Right? Greta Gerwig's Narnia adaptation for Netflix gets IMAX release. I'm serious though, man. They be sitting there like, yo, Sky, you just be making this stuff up, bro. You just be making this stuff up. Right? Nah, I don't think hey, I don't see him. I don't know. I don't see him, Leon. But yeah, that's my I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. This is crazy. They be like, hey, Sky, all that sells ESJL to Netflix, but it can't get a theatrical release. I want to be able to see it in IMAX. I don't care if I didn't see the first one in IMAX. The second one, I have to see in IMAX. I know the first one came on a streaming service, right? But oh my God, bro. He said right? I'm talking about that real estate, bro. Yeah. He said, I bought a condo recently. You're right. That's what they talking about, bro. But that's the kind of moves that the syndicate is making. You know what I mean? Hey, nah, man, nah. Just bring the narratives because it allows us to talk about it and to dissect. Right? He said it's up. He said warehouse scene, bro. That Netflix making their content more accessible than full-blown theme parks. Hey, we gonna see, man. He said they gave theaters to Greta. What y'all think they gonna do for Zach? Thank you, bro. Especially with a fucking Justice League movie. He said Zack Snyder also has his own profile avatar on Netflix. Facts. These are facts, right? Anyway, look, I'm about to get out of here. You dig? Y'all have a good one. It's always fun dispelling these rumors, right? Dunking on these haters, right? Yeah, he said once Netflix drops a Snyder cut on their play, oh yeah, it's over, bro. Said Sky, they might be acquiring a major theater chain before 2026. Hey, and if they do, right? We already know what that's in preparation for, right? And Mama Bear said, "Stranger, we like different opinions. We don't like trolls." Yeah, see, and here's the thing, man. Like trolling has taken on like a life of its own, right? Trolling has turned into just motherfuckers lying. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be lying, and then they be like, "Oh no, I was just trolling." Like, nah, bro, you was just lying. You know what I'm saying? Right? And so, yeah, I prefer when people get a real takes. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're in there being honest and you being respectful, it's all good. But don't be in here trying to act like you somebody else, bro. And ain't gonna be trying to talk about yeah, nah, I ain't doing I ain't having it. Anyway, look, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow for cartoons and cereal. We may be having a discussion later in the evening too. I will see because I might have to make up for yesterday, but we'll see what's popping. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Peace. Ha! I'm back. I wanted to read these members' comments real quick. Little post-credit scene for those of y'all that stuck around. Yeah, dig. Just let me get through these comments real quick. We had Deadshot ZSJL, the homie Floyd Lawton with the $20 super thanks, saying hashtag replay crew and 5 target shots, man. Much love to the bro. Thank you, bro. Let me go ahead and play a drop for you. You dig. Much love, bro. Let me give you a drop for the dog. Hold up. Nah, I wasn't going. Matter of fact, hold up. Let me just do these instead. I have an idea.
Kay Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans. And that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time. The whole reason that Superman's wearing these granny panties is because David Cornsweet said he wanted to not be intimidating, or whatever that means, to little kids. So that's why he put on these giant underpants. And you're like, who cares? What, you know, I don't think anybody, I mean, you couldn't have gotten sexier than Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. And nobody, I don't think that was ever an issue. Nobody was like, not hide the kid's eyes. A lot of fisheye shots. Somebody should have broken that lens. They should have been like, oh, hey, are these your lenses, Flash cinematographer? Hey, what's that over there? Ooh, I broke all your fisheye ones. Someone says, why most YouTubers seem to be biased against Fantastic Four and very defensive of Superman. I don't talk, I appreciate that, and I kind of have a feeling about what the answer to that is, but I don't talk about other YouTubers. Yesterday when I was seeing Elio, there was a very cute little boy with his parents near me, and after the Superman trailer, his mom said, do you want to see that? And he said, no.
Much love, much love. We got the homie Bishop with the replay crew. Much love, Bishop. Much love, you dig? The homie New Geek says, I wonder if Shield will ever say that shit directly to our faces. Of course not, bro. You know that man ain't saying that. Desh Isaiah Jael says, Sky hit that. It'd be so funny if it wasn't so pathetic. What the heck? I'll laugh anyway. Joker voice from Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. This stream was crazy. Yeah, man. Much love. And then we got Curly Ray with the replay crew. DC Talk saying Zaslav got reduced to streaming. The investors demoted him. Then he says, I know that this was an epic stream, insane behavior, and 100. Austin says, I know that person didn't say that you have to apologize live on stream. Oh my God, we truly are living in the upside down. And then Mama Bear says, I'm sure that person wouldn't apologize for the stuff he said about the syndicate and the community. Nah, that's a fact. And then we got Austin with the head replay crew in charge. Yep, and that's it. That's it. Much love, y'all. Thank y'all for checking out the kid. And we about to go ahead and finish the whole thing out. You dig?
Snyderverse forever. And y'all know it.
Zack Snyder is a hack. The Snyderverse is dead. Long live the DCU.
Henry Cavill's Superman never smiled. We need James Gunn to bring us hope.
Beware the Snyder cult. Trust in James Gunn's Superman.